I
Oh,
am. 3, 2, 1, and go. Cut. No, I can't cut. You know what? I have a cup. I have a different one. Good morning, everybody. This is the L Tower. L Tower. L Tower. The Tower of L and B. B.
the L
So
Tower. There is an L Tower in the local area. It's up on Brinion. It's very mysterious. The L Tower.
I believe it. And L is a great word. The word of the day is
Yeah.
lovingly, 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 and beautiful. I'm lovingly, and you're beautiful. Welcome to the LB Hour, folks.
Yeah.
The Lonnie Bryan Show.
Well, one of the great supermodels of all time, Elle McPherson.
I watched a show yesterday with my daughter named Legally Blind, and the main character's name is Elle Woods.
Oh,
Have you ever seen it?
ELLE.
E-L-E, yeah. Have you ever seen Legally Blonde?
Yeah, I saw it at the theater.
It's pretty, really, the theater. Look at you. You must have watched it in downtown New York at the theater.
No, I watched it at Regal Cinemas when it was at a different location. I think. I don't know. It was here in town. We
Well,
used to have a theater in Longview. Now it's a mega church.
right? Yeah.
It's
Yeah, well,
about time we got a mega church, man. It's about
at
time.
least Kelso has something. Kelso has the theaters. So,
Oh yeah.
as far as business wise goes, there's a lot to add off of that. You can go for, when the theaters open up again, that is. Right now, I don't know what's available. Actually, theaters are closed.
Yeah.
But,
We might have
folks,
more rivers too. I think we have the Cowlitz, Cowayman, and Columbia. I think Longview's only got the Cowlitz.
Clark,
Do they even have the Cowlitz? Is any of the Cowlitz in?
we have Columbia.
But you have the Cowlitz. I don't know. It's right there.
Yeah.
Where's the Cowlitz go into Longview?
Through Lake Sacagawea.
No, can't. You guys better figure that out. You might only have one river.
What I'm saying is that the Cowlitz goes through Lake Sacagawea. So
Yeah, but how many rivers does Longview have? That's a great question.
we
Maybe
have
one,
Clark
two.
Creek, we have Coal Creek, we
No
have.
rivers.
I know what you said.
I think
Okay.
you have the Columbia though. You have a good stretch of that thing. Roll
Yeah,
on
and the
Columbia.
Columbia's, you know, that is the port of the world right there. So
Yeah. In school, they taught us wrongly that it was the second longest river in the country. Turns out it might be fifth or sixth. So
yeah, I've
they
never
just
actually
wanted us to
traveled the
feel
whole
good.
Columbia. Have you?
Yeah. What's that?
Have you ever traveled the whole Columbia from beginning to end?
No, I don't believe so. I've driven those roads, but not actually on the river. I haven't done a lot of stuff on the Columbia.
I know I have friends who are in the like they're the towboat, and they've done all the Columbia up and down. And I've never done that before. I'd like to actually. That'd be something fun to do. Go up and do the channels and so forth,
Yeah.
and go through them. That'd be kind of weird, to watch the channels where they will drop all the water out of it, and then
Oh
you know
yeah.
the locks. Yeah, absolutely. That's
Oh,
pretty
Cascade of
cool.
Locks.
Yeah. Watch it raise 100 feet. That's crazy to me.
Well, the cool thing about the whole Columbia River, is that Woody Guthrie. You ever heard of him? The very famous Woody Guthrie. He's a folk singer.
I've
Ever
heard
heard
Woody
of him?
Pecker.
I think he wrote. He may have written "This Land Is Your Land." Big time
Yeah,
guy. He's a big time guy.
yeah, I got you.
Yeah, and he wrote a song called "Roll On Columbia." It was about the Columbia River, and we had to sing it every day or every week in school. Roll On Columbia, Roll On is an American folk song written in 41 by American folk singer Woody Guthrie. He recorded it, and then it glamorized the harnessing of the Columbia River in the Pacific Northwest. So it was a big
Really?
deal. Yeah, big deal
Well, if
back.
this is 1940, theoretically, you could probably play it, right?
What's that? Maybe I could find it. Roll On Columbia, Roll On. Let's try it and see if we get a strike.
Well, it should be, yeah.
Yeah, that's funny that they used to sing that in school. You won't be able to hear it though. That's the problem. We got to
Yeah,
figure that out. Let's see if we can figure that out.
that is weird.
Oh, here's the words.
There you go. I can't hear it, but yeah,
Now you can't hear it. It's
that's
cool.
cool though.
Try to get the lyrics put up, but
Oh, I don't think I've
it was a
ever
big
heard that
deal.
song.
It was a big deal. I'll get the lyrics. We'll figure out how to be able to hear mine. Like if I play a video, you can't hear it, but the recording might be able to. But
Yeah, so
I wonder how you can
there's
get it. Do you have it set up to be able to hear my videos? And I could set it
no,
up.
and
to hear
there's a
yours.
reason for that. I'm not quite sure what it is, but there is a spot in it that I think that you can check and
Yeah, there's like a
hear it, check.
microphone with the audio,
Yeah.
so audio settings or something. We'll figure it out. But that's a great song, and they made the kids sing it every week at the music class. It's hilarious.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, many big rivers add power to you. The Yakima snake and the click-a-tattoo. That was always our favorite line.
And the
Cool
click
song.
attack too.
Click-a-tattoo.
Well, now I will tell you, you talk about Kelso has the rivers though. However, the Columbia we have a great song now. The Columbia, I didn't know about that. But Longview has that great song.
Oh, they do?
The great song Longview.
Oh, yeah,
by,
they do.
by Green
That's
Day.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So
It's a
we do have
majestic.
that.
It's a majestic song about self-pleasure.
Well, yes, it is, and it is a self gratification song, and it gratifies me to hear it be played in Longview.
Well, I know it was also shining a light on a small town where people claim there's nothing to do. That was kind of the thing. Like it's a dead town. That was kind of, but it's better to have no song about you than,
it's
actually better to have a bad song about you than have no song. I mean, it's kind of funny.
Well, actually, let's come up with this Kelso song there.
Yeah, I don't know. They might have one. I'll have to ask the city manager.
I would make a Kelso song, a skate park song, a skate song, because you've got some skaters there, and it's the second or the first or second skate park was ever in the world.
Yeah, the kids should do that. I should talk to the young folks that have bands and skating, because that's a lot of them do both.
Yeah,
play guitar, play drums, and skate.
Ska skating park, yeah, that'd be great.
Those are good hobbies to have.
Yeah. So there, I put a challenge out for you, Brian. If you know any kids who do skating and stuff, and their ska or their guitar, they can come up with some songs. I think Kelso would be a good song to do.
Yeah, that would be a good song. I'm gonna write that down. Our old friend TJ, young friend, he's got a group that wants to do some stuff. So they want to also play at our Friday Night Live coming up. So
next Friday.
Well, no, whenever we can get them to get a hold of me. So I'll have to talk to TJ.
Yeah, do that.
Kelso song, I like that.
Well, involving skates or skating, from Skate World to skate, because we had the great Skate World there for years and years and years, even after it was stopped losing money, making money.
Oh yeah, that was a great skate place.
It was.
It was more roomy than the Rollaway. The Rollaway was a little small, but it was cool for history and fun and all that. But that Skate World, you could have massive parties there.
Yeah, you could. I did multiple amount of parties there.
My son played roller hockey there, Keenan.
Well, we have nothing there now. We have nothing. Well, we have something over there. I think it's a wood stove place or something rather.
Yeah.
Some company, but I know that there's no place for the kids around here, and I'm not sure how or that I think to repurpose part of the mall.
Well, I heard they're turning into an auto mall though, so who knows?
Yeah, you never know. We're all wondering, Mr. Clary, Mrs. Clary.
Yeah.
What the plan's going to be?
Yeah, I cleaned Jim Clary's roof years ago. It was a good.
I cleaned Jim Clary's clock years ago. I tell you.
Never did. I liked the guy, but I had to get in the attic, and it was pretty wild.
No.
Nice people, and it was a modest house for how successful they are. It was kind of cool.
Their Claries are great. I mean, they're good, nice people. They've done a lot for this community, and they have a beautiful, stunning daughter-in-law.
I know nothing about that, but one of the Clarice Kelly, I think it was, he told me he went to see U2, the band U2 in Dublin, Ireland. I said, well, that's a bucket list for any Irishman.
Yeah. Oh, the Clary is his Irish name, right?
Oh, there's the Clarice. Are they Irish? Are the
The
Clarice?
McClary's.
Oh, is
The
Bill
McClarys.
Cosby in jail? Is Bill Cosby in jail? Yes, the Clarys are very Irish.
That's not.
That's a great Irish name,
I don't
Clary.
think about it, I don't think about it because
Yeah,
normally I
Danny
don't think
Boy.
about it.
You know the song Danny Boy?
Oh, Danny was a Clary.
Danny
Oh, Danny
Clary.
Clary.
It was about Danny Clary. Little Danny Clary. He played those pipes.
This today is brought
He
to
was
you
a
by
plumber.
Bentley, and very yummy. Not that cheap, but
That Danny Boy song is, I've heard it at a few funerals. It's a powerful song.
now do you play it for funerals who people aren't Danny?
You got to be Irish. If you
I
play it
understand
for,
the Irish, but do you play for people who aren't Danny? Like, oh Brian boy, I hear the pipes.
no,
The
you
pipes
say
call.
Danny. It's Danny's just any Irishman. And if you play it for a non-Irishman, he's guaranteed to go to heaven no matter what he did.
Interesting.
Guaranteed. He doesn't even have to accept God. We send him. We have a pipeline. Jesus was Irish. We all know that.
Yes, well, Jesus was all of us, so there you
He
go.
was everything.
Mhm.
I'd like to see his 23andMe. That'd be interesting. It'd have
Yeah.
everything in it. The
Yeah.
universe.
Yep. Everything is beautiful in its own way. I think that yeah, going spiritual and stuff is really you have to think about that way. We're all together at one point,
Yeah, it's all like a force field of whatever. I don't know.
people, yeah. Well, we all eventually we'll all be 10, a little bit more.
Yeah.
Hopefully, like you. I'm kidding.
Can you see
No.
the sunshine? Look at that.
The sunshine in.
Look at that. Sunshine trying to come in.
Let the sun shine
Boom.
in and bring a little light. Yeah.
I like it. I got backlight.
Yeah, well, it's better than the back hair you have.
Yeah, the hair's wild, but I'll either get it cut or just go with
No,
black.
I mean the hair, your back hair. You're like, I have backlight, and yeah, it's better than the back hair.
Stephen
No, your hair
Wright.
looks good. Your hair looks good. Your hair looks good today, actually. There you go.
Remember Stephen Wright? He had some wild hair. It's okay to be up there hosting with wild hair. You're the button down guy, and I'm the wacky guy.
Yeah, well, no, not today. You're the button down guy today, and I'm the no. But yeah, so no, you got your hair looks fine today. I like the tie, the little outfit there. You must be going on a date this morning.
No, I'm gonna go fight a guy, and he said you have to wear suit and tie. So when he gets there, he pulls on my tie. I can have it break away. I have this set up if I want it on breakaway setting.
Breakaway setting.
Yeah, I got a breakaway setting and a secure setting. Say I'm in the situation, the guy's gonna fight. We grab. He's naturally gonna grab the tie, and it's gone. Breakaway tie. Actually, when I do a lot of work with the wood shop kids, so when I go in there, I lean into the lathe and it sucks the tie in there. They love that.
Yeah, bad joke to them, but
did they ever tell you that when you're in wood shop, don't wear your tie?
Yeah.
Because
can't wear ties in wood shop. Yeah.
No, the football players on Friday, man, would have their ties on. So we lost a few. We lost several actually. That in 9th grade. 3 players, 2 linebackers. Almost lost Scotty Johnson, but he had a breakaway tie that I made for him. So remember Scotty Johnson?
I do. He's a famous cousin.
Jimmy Scott.
Yep, Jimmy Scott.
That's actually a great name. He should have gone by that as a kid. That's a great name, Jimmy Scott. Just call it Jim. I just called him Jim.
I talked to I'll say his mother-in-law like 2 days ago. I haven't talked.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I haven't talked to her since my uncle died. So
wow,
I felt bad because I haven't. Family just with the whole pandemic. It's like you see who you see, and that's
I got. So
loop,
his father, your uncle, was Jimmy, the original Jim Johnson.
Yep, Jim Johnson.
Yeah, that's
Jimmy
cool.
Johnson. And then yeah,
Jimmy
Jimmy.
Scott or whatever, he was fully grown in 8th grade. He was fully a man. He seemed to have problems and the whole deal. He's like,
And you know,
it was
maybe
weird. He seemed like a
maybe that
grown
was the
man.
problem because
We just talked
although
like an adult. He talked like a grown man.
yeah, the family, you know, it's odd because to me he's always been great to me, you know.
Oh, I liked him. They were
Yeah,
good.
but for some odd reason that he just had picked up some problems early on in life and never, you know, I don't think he ever got over all of them, you know.
Yeah.
And,
He seriously acted like he had grown up problems when he was in 7th grade. The first time I saw him, he's like, tough day yesterday and I didn't get enough sleep, but when I get home, I'm going to kick back and have a steak. And he was already talking after football practice. It was like he sounded like a guy who was going to work at the mill. And he was in 7th grade and he looked 25.
I had to have a pot of coffee before I got up this morning.
Yeah, that's what he sounded like. And you're like, yeah. And he looked in his 20s.
I'm half a pack of cigarettes down by 3 o'clock, and you know, absolutely, guarantee it. Yeah,
The wife's harassing him again and nagging
he's a
him.
hard worker. He's a hard worker, that's for sure. Yeah,
Pretty good football player back in 7th
talented
grade.
electrician. Yeah.
Yeah, enough about him.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a
Enough about him.
question, a viewer question. Say you go into a restaurant and you order the food and you love the people there, the people working there, but say you order spaghetti and the meatballs are like possibly rubber. What do you do?
Well, I would say, pardon me. Do you have any Grey Poupon? No,
Would you address it or just let it go? Because I tend to let it go usually.
Usually, well, no, it depends. If it's where you go there once in a blue moon, I address it. If you go there all the time, I might let one slip by.
Yeah, it's a second one. So my theory is, if it happens again, I could address it, but then a 4th time you got to move on. You know what I mean? 4th time you can't.
Oh yeah. I mean,
I'm looking for a hub. I want a place where I can go and it's my hangout. So when I meet people, they come in there and I want it close
well,
by.
it seems to me that would have been a rubbery meatball.
It was really bad. It was almost like it was from one of those packs you bring home and you leave in your fridge for too long.
Well,
and 3 months later.
Sounds to me like like the meatball was microwaved.
Yeah, I might bring my own meatballs.
Yeah, well, I mean,
yeah, because if you want to find your regular place, the place you hang out, you know,
yeah,
you want to figure it out so you don't upset the guy, but also
bring your own utensils and your own meatballs. Yes, most definitely.
Yeah, because what I worry about is you bring a friend over there and boom, food's bad, and now you got a problem because your friend's gonna tell everybody it's that there's a problem with the food.
Well, I know that obviously when like people go there, we've gone there plenty of times to this place, and
no, it's not us. This was a viewer sent this in.
A viewer sent it.
He's from Kenosha, Wisconsin. He has a little place called Owls. He goes to a place called Owls, and now he was trying to make it his local hub, but now he's had 2 problems there, and he doesn't know what to do.
Well, what did the restaurant address the first time?
Yes, the first time they They didn't charge him as much. They cut his price a little bit, so he was happy about that.
Okay, and
he really likes the place and likes.
They fix it so it wouldn't happen again with the first issue.
Yes. Then this guy he ordered it again, and it was perfect.
Then this gentleman is being a friend of the business and helping them out, and they're helping him. It's kind of it's a mutual thing, you know. So when they expect, if you have something rubbery or something like that, they expect you to tell them because you are their critic or they're you know what I mean? Yeah. You're helping them, they're helping you, and that's
yeah. I think this guy should order the spaghetti again, and if it's great, great. If it's not, say, hey, this meatball's a little rubbery, whatever. But say it nice.
Yeah, definitely.
There you go. That's good. That's what's decorum and diplomacy.
Yes, I think that's the best way to go because you don't want to blast somebody because you had a rubber meatball.
No, and the long-term goal is to have a good place that you can bring other people and tell other people to get over there, you know, because it's nice to see your local place do well. So that's successful.
Good. And I like to try to promote my local places as well. And that's a huge thing, you know.
Yeah.
I think that it's very important.
just finding the perfect place. So, like, I found my coffee shop that I love, which is
Right.
Le Favorites. I like that. And it's a knitting shop too,
Wait a
which is
second,
hilarious.
Brian. Is your favorite place, is that still called The Favorites? Where
Oh
might
no,
I?
they changed the name. We'll have to look, go down there. I'll have to take a trip down the street. Yeah, that it looks like they may have changed the name, and it was a good one. I can't remember what it was, but
Brian,
Unwind.
Unwind. That's right. Because
That might have been a logo or a slogan or something, but I hope it's their new name. That's a good name.
I think the
Unwind.
Unwind sounds great because it's a yarn to knitting place with a glass of wine.
Yeah,
And you can
that's
have
good.
a
And
coffee or wine and unwind.
tea.
You can do some yoga in the background, wrap yourself up in some yarn.
Well, it's
Bring a
like having
cat.
a really
Bring a
cool.
cat.
It's like a cool room in your house or something, a giant cool room that you go in there and it's just well decorated and the coffee's great and the prices are
Yeah.
good. Service is excellent.
Yeah, I will tell you the coffee that I got at this place, Red Leaf, by the way, is very good.
Well, before the pandemic, I had a thing where I meet the commissioner thing, and I was meeting with Arn and Arn Mortensen. We got one meeting in and then the COVID hit. So we'll get that going again.
What'd you do to him?
We just talk, and I summarized what he said. We talk for an hour, and I'll say Arn brought this up, and just do a quick summary.
Brian, I have a question for you.
I'll do it with any commissioner, though. Any commissioner. Sorry.
No, that's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah, it's very low key and very non-confrontational.
Yeah, they're carrying a gun. Hopefully.
Well, I want to get them to talk. I don't want to like attack them and try to have them
right.
exposed.
Never attack anybody.
But if they say something that's incorrect, I have to mention it. Otherwise, you're just letting them lie.
Well,
not that Arn lied. He never does. He's a very honest man. But if somebody was to start saying stuff that's not true, you got to stop them.
Yeah, but you have to do it with decorum, like you said.
Yeah.
Brian,
it's not a video interview, so it won't be an issue. On a video, it'd be uncomfortable. But just if you write down like a paragraph summary on Facebook or something, that's all I do. Is like, we had a nice visit. He addressed.
You say a viewer question, like that.
Yeah, the
viewer question, and then you give it to them.
It's nice. It's nice to sit down with decision makers because you can get an idea of where they're trying to take the city or the county. Where it's going.
Or you can help direct them. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I try not to direct them.
Well, isn't that the goal? We always go talk to them and get going.
No, I never want to direct them. I want to just hear what they have to say. I don't want to direct them because they hear so many ideas from other people, and you know how hard it is to change anybody's mind. So just let them tell me.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree to basically jump in the river, join the flow, and then bend it.
Yeah.
Don't not throw rocks in the river.
Yeah, like in a social setting, I don't want to confront them, but maybe we talk and then later I email and say, hey, I was wondering about that issue with the dump or whatever. Don't embarrass the guy.
This is my maybe I think it's my personal philosophy on things. As far as I came up with this thing a long time ago, if you want to change the flow of the river, do not yell at it or throw rocks. Just jump in and help divert. Because you know what I mean? You can't help from if you're not helping, then you don't get a say in it.
And if you want to change the flow of the river, why don't you look at the river a little more first to make sure you want to do that? Because you can.
That's why you jump in that sucker. So you're like,
no, I think you watch it first. I'd watch it and look at the river and see where it's flowing, and then get an idea that I'm not just talking out my ass, basically. Like something with the homeless camp. I don't go in there telling these commissioners what I think should be done about it. I try to just hear their ideas, and then maybe I have one suggestion. Which my suggestion is you should never have a homeless camp, but I at least let them talk first. And then I throw that idea, and they're always pretty receptive that it's really not what we want. But right now we don't seem to have a choice. So it's cool.
But once you get in the working of the homeless camp and realize where all the funds are coming from this direction, that you once you jump in the river, that's what I consider jumping in the river. When you're jumping in the river, you see and feel everything coming at you, and you realize, okay, maybe we can't turn all the way around, but we can possibly start diverting the water over here a little bit.
Yeah, I did that. I jumped in, and that even reinforced the thought that it should not exist.
Well,
that
there you go.
you
But
break up in smaller groups. And I talked to one of the other commissioners, and he liked the idea of breaking things up and getting smaller groups going. So he's got a long-term vision. This is Dennis.
yeah,
He was
I get you.
receptive to at least thinking about it.
Yeah. Well, I get you. That's what you gotta do though. You have
Yeah.
to, you can't just yell at the river. You know what I
No.
mean? I hate people who just yell at the river and say, "Hey, you blah 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 bend, you bend river, you bend," and they throw rocks at the river and say, "Asshole, it's river." No, you have no idea what the river flow is like. You need to hop in it, help a little bit, and then you can start helping changing. You can't change from the outside. It must be from within the river.
Yeah, but it's good to hear from people too what their complaints are in a good forum. At least to hear what they're saying.
Okay. Hey, Brian, besides me, who's the funniest person you've ever met?
Oh, David Allen Greer, I think, might be the funniest.
David Allen Greer. Oh, you met him?
Yeah, met him at a comedy store. We were in the. He was the next urinal over, and we were We were riffing about all kinds of stuff.
Really?
He goes, "What are you looking at?" That's how he started it. I'm peeing. I see it's him, but I try to look straight ahead. And he goes, "What are you looking at?" And I go, "Want to see if it's true." And then he's making jokes about his penis, and we're just doing back and forth jokes.
You said want to see if it's true?
What?
You said you want to see if it's true?
Yeah. He goes, "What are you looking at?" I go, "I want to see if it's true. The rumor of black men having large penises." He laughed like, hell. And he started riffing on me, and we went back and forth, and then we went back, and then he went up and did his comedy and made fun of me the whole time, said I was in the bathroom checking out his dick. And it was hilarious. Hilarious.
I bet you're like
ripped me to pieces.
You probably cried laughing at that one.
Oh, I was laughing so hard. He was ripping me to pieces, and everybody was like so into it. It was happy. Everybody knew he was joking, but they saw that we came out of the bathroom together. So he goes, "There's that. Oh God, you're in the front row. You really want to look, don't you?" And he was just riffing on me. We were, I think they gave me free drinks because of that, because it was such a part of the show. He was hilarious. Yeah. And I knew he was the pro, and so I let him lead it. I didn't do anything back. Once we sat down, I didn't say anything back except laugh. But in the urinals, I riffed with him hard, and it was good.
Yeah, that's good.
I got him laughing more than he. Well, I don't laugh much when I'm talking to people, so I barely laughed much at him, but he laughed at me, so I felt really good. Coming out of the bathroom, I'm all happy, and then he goes up. But his comedy is incredible. He's just a naturally funny dude.
I haven't seen him for quite a long time. I wonder where he's been.
Oh man, he's got a big beard now. He's kind of heavy. He's a wise old man. He's good.
Wow,
excellent in Living Color. He was one of the. Oh man, he was up there with all of them. He was up there with Carrie.
Yeah, I liked him. He is funny. And the Boomerang, he was in Boomerang, the movie.
Yeah.
A couple other movies, I'm not quite certain which ones, but maybe Kentucky Fried Chicken or movie. Or
he was in a movie with Judd Nelson called From the Hip, where Judd Nelson played like a hip lawyer that was wild. From the Hip, I think it was called.
I think Judd Nelson did a few different lawyer movies actually at one
time. This one was funny. He was an unconventional lawyer. Wild stuff.
Yeah.
Stormy Weathers was his character. You got to see it. I think I don't know who the girl.
Weathers. Huh?
I can't remember the girl, but it was a cool movie in the 80s.
Might be Stormy Daniels. You never know.
It was Stormy Weathers. He was the wild, brash lawyer, and then David Allen Greer was his friend.
Oh, well, yeah, I have not heard that one. I'll have to look at.
Yeah,
there's other 80s movies, or they're late 80s movies.
He knew my name and shit. David Allen Greer. I told him my name, and he was making fun of my name. It was hilarious. Did jokes about my name, Calhoun. And then I saw him on In Living Color about 3 years later, and he's playing this old blues guy, Old Calhoun.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
You never know.
He riffed on my name and was joking about Old Calhoun and saying it was like a old blues guy, Calhoun. He goes, "You're the only white person I ever met named Calhoun," and it's true. So
That's funny.
Yeah, that was like that was awesome. He was just a funny, good-natured guy,
It's a
and
good thing he doesn't know about the rest of the Calhouns, right?
yeah. Well, yeah, exactly.
He would have been a little bit upset.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was awesome. I knew better than to try to go back and forth with him when he's on stage. I just listened
Yeah,
and
why would
laughed.
you? That's just like,
We'd had our moment in the bathroom, man.
we had our moment, he says. That's
Then
hilarious.
I went and saw him in Portland a few years later,
Wow. Very cool.
97 or something, 10 years later,
Yeah.
in the Aladdin Theater. And it was like awesome. He was incredible.
Yeah. I've never been in Aladdin. Yes, I have been in Aladdin. Yes, it's cool.
Yeah, one of those old
Very
theaters.
cool.
Or,
Yeah. I love
Portland
I love
had, yeah.
Northwest. That Portland has some really good theaters.
Oh, they had some good old theaters.
Yeah, most definitely.
Like 6 or 7 good ones that were old. The Aladdin and Laurelhurst. I saw Pink Floyd there.
I want to say
The Wall,
not.
the movie.
Yeah, and then there's I don't know.
There's so many.
Crystal Ballroom.
Clinton Street Theater, where they used to show the Rocky Horror every night or something, or every week.
Wow. Now I'm not sure you can play that in public without.
Nah.
With Corona, you have to throw your toast. Yeah, don't eat your toast. I'm just kidding.
Well, that Clinton Street Theater was famous for Rocky Horror. It was nationally famous for that. And then one time I rented it on a Saturday and we did a show with 4 bands and it was packed. It was cool.
Wow.
Yeah, because old theaters will do that. Bring a band in and pack the house.
Yeah, why not? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
They've done it at the theater pub's done it, and so is the Columbia. The Columbia's had some good acts.
Yeah, the theater pub is not really fond of currently of having of other events, but
yeah,
because they have a agreement with the film places, so I understand.
Yeah,
I don't like it. And
well, the agreement was explained to me by the guy a little bit, the guy that owns it, and just sounded like a bad agreement. Like if you could, like you said, if you owned it, you get away from those first run movies and you don't owe anything to anybody and you can do any event you want any night.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. It would be nice to look into for certain.
Well, these first run movies are so expensive.
They are. Well, even like I said, I rented some movies before, and nowadays even they were expensive as all get out. I mean, Grease was a couple $1,000. So
I like what they did in Longview with Stageworks. They took an old theater and just turned it into a playhouse. I wish Kelso would do that because the Kelso High School drama program's incredible. There's a lot of actors. It'd be cool to have something like that, do events and plays and all that. That might be cool.
No, that'd be
Maybe
great.
a restaurant in there. Well, they got that backstage, so you got it all set
we
up.
do know
Playhouse, a show house.
It has to be a playhouse or something like that there. Yeah. But we do have a theater nearby there that's hidden, so we need to know more about that.
Yeah, but that probably he's saying no, he's never going to open that up. So
yeah, but that's the purpose of a weapon unused is an unused weapon. No, it's a weapon unused, a useless weapon. There we go.
Yeah, but he didn't want it to be that. He doesn't want it to be a theater. It was an insurance deal. This other guy down the street, he had to restore it as a theater or the insurance wouldn't pay. So
but they restored it. It's amazing. And now
I haven't seen it since it's been finished, but when it was in the midst of it, it was about halfway through. It was already starting to look beautiful. It would have been the best theater. It's going to be the best theater in the county. I should check on that. I'll check on it with the guy named Mike. I won't give you his last name.
Yeah, do that. Check on that because just out of curiosity, we could utilize it for our show or for any shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because for nonprofit events and so forth, it'd be cool to have.
Yeah, he told me at the time, this was like 6 years ago or something, or maybe more than that. He said that if my son's band wanted to do a music video there and have an audience even, he would have said yes. So that was cool.
Yes, well, that's what we need to find out. You need to find out what the legalities are on that and what he would allow. That'd be cool. That'd be awesome.
Well, the legalities in shooting a video at a hidden theater are you go in, you shoot the video,
I get that. What I mean is
tell no one. You can't tell any authorities you're doing it, and then you're done.
Oh yeah. To shoot a video is one thing, but to actually have an event and have people come over
he will not. He said no events, but he would do something like that where it was just my project, but no events, he said. But he may have changed by now. He's older.
Yeah. Hey, you never know. I mean,
He
get
was a
yourself.
good fellow Eagle. I missed that part of people like that. He was in the Eagles with us.
Yeah, that's cool. Brian, what are some strange beliefs that some people have? Because like that one in particular, he might have some odd beliefs, but what are some strange beliefs that people have?
Mm.
Can you think of any?
Well, I think the main belief that we're told a lot is that you can do anything you want to if you work hard enough. But that's a strange belief because in reality, I'm not playing in the NBA no matter how hard I worked. And maybe in a 1 in a million chance, but there's other people that it's not even a 1 in a 10 billion chance. So you can do anything within reason, within your scope.
I think also it's basically
It's a good way to feel
you
good.
can want anything, but you have to go towards it. You have to try. You know what I mean?
It's like you could do anything as far as, like you said, you could try. I could try out for a team. Doesn't say I'll make it, but I think if you find what your niche is, it's unlimited in that field. Say if you want
Yeah,
to
for
be a
sure.
singer, there's singers in our town that if they worked hard enough could be world class, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking more of like you get as far as when you brought that up, it's like children. You say, well, you can be anything you want. No, you can be anything you want to strive for. You know what I mean? It's not just it'll be anything you want to strive for. So
Well, they can't. Okay, there's some people that I know that can't be NBA basketball players or NFL
well,
football players. They can't no matter what. I'm sorry, that's just true. So you could be anything. You can be great at what you do if you choose the right thing. That's more realistic. You could be great and you can endeavor in any field and get better, but you could be great if you find the right thing, the right niche.
well, I don't think it's the right niche. I think if you actually say, hey, I want to be an astronaut, right? Like right now, I'm a little past my prime and so forth, and you are as well. So I hate to say it, but
Oh yeah.
so there's no way that there's no possible way, that we could become a basketball player, or but in our prime, if we would have uh wanted to be an astronaut, and I started going towards that and said, hey, you know what, I'm gonna bust my butt to become one.
Yeah.
I think that's possible.
Yeah.
That's not outside the realm of possibilities. You know what I mean? That would have been if I went in high school and I went, focused all my attention on that. I mean, I think anybody can become anything if you do focus your.
Yeah. I never really said that to my kids. I said they could be great. If they could be great if they work hard enough, work smart enough and choose the right endeavor, they can be great. Even at music or skateboarding or school or whatever, they can be great.
Yeah, well, yeah, definitely great, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
Same thing. It's me. It's like you want to become a basketball player? Yeah, not my thing. But if I wanted to be an astronaut, I could have pretty much focused and put the time and effort into it. If you do it, if you do try that enough, you're gonna come a lot closer.
Yeah.
It's just
Well,
I mean, it's a 10,000 hour thing. You
oh
put
yeah.
enough time in anything. Just I just feel like I wouldn't ever deny anybody saying, hey, I realize you're not black, you're not 8 foot tall or whatever, but you want to become a basketball player when you're young. Shit,
Yeah.
what's his name? Webb. Remember the short guy, 5'2"
Oh,
or something?
Spud. Yeah.
Spud Webb. That's like, no way in God's green earth can he become an NBA player. And sure as
Yeah.
shit he did. So, you know,
Yeah. Well,
uh,
it's a strange belief, but it's a good thing because, like, I don't mind if somebody says that to their kid. You can do anything because it'll get them thinking of possibilities. They may
yeah,
rule out playing NFL because they're 112 pounds. They'll
yeah,
figure that out. But then
yeah,
again, maybe they become a instant replay video for the NFL or a
yeah,
coach or a
yeah.
referee.
Or a host of a TV show versus an
Yeah,
actor.
about the NFL.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So
you'll see
yeah,
these guys. You were talking about a guy I think you mentioned once, Bill Simmons, and he's a fan and he's really little and he does a sports show and interview show, and he made it really big.
Yeah, that wasn't
Being
me.
a
I'm not sure.
football fan was his thing. A fan.
Yeah, I don't know who Bill Simmons is,
Yeah.
but um,
He did some interview that you were talking about once, but the cool thing is he's in the NFL in a sense as far as reporting about it. So he's
hey,
around it.
yeah, it's around
Yeah.
it anyways. You know, that's the whole thing. Is it?
Yeah, you should try everything because you might find that you're not the good singer, but you're the best sound man they ever had. You know what I mean? Bands have
Yeah.
done that.
Yep.
Bands.
Yep. You never know. You know.
Well, a friend of ours, Kevin, he got hooked up with bands doing their album covers by just being around rock and roll and having musician friends. Now he does album covers, and he's a local
Yeah, that's
guy.
cool. So you said something about that. Is he drawing it or what is he doing?
He does, yeah. He paints and draws and does whatever they want. So he's a talent. And then he apparently painted a guitar for a guy for one of the bands, and
Wow.
yeah, and it's so precious that the guy said, "Don't mail it to me," and he said he didn't want to mail it to him either. He's going to bring it to him when the pandemic's over. Deliver it, hand deliver. They don't want to trust
Who
it
is it?
to.
Can I say can we say who the guy is?
I don't know who the guy is. He had a band. There's a band in Seattle. I can't remember the name. So I'm not sure. I'll find out the details Friday. I'm going to talk to him for 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. So, hey, but as far as other beliefs go, I mean, do you know anybody that believes that frogs are turned to princes still or anything like that? As far as strange beliefs, I'm trying to think of anything other than crushing dreams. Is there any other beliefs that you?
Well, I wasn't crushing dreams. I was trying to get them more focused and actually do something that they can do. You know, it just seems funny, the whole, you can do anything you want to do. Okay, yeah, that's cute.
Yeah, well,
kids complain about it later. A lot of people grow up and say that was bullshit.
Well, but then you say, I don't know anybody that says, hey, I worked on this my whole life and it's bullshit. No.
But a lot of people have failed at stuff they should never have gotten into. But I think of wrestling coaches, though, they will tell you can be a state champ. And it's true. Even if you're the most frail, weak person, over time, those guys can become good. I've seen guys go from weakling to state champ in wrestling just on work and desire.
Work ethics, yeah. It's all, if you're willing to put in the time, you can, if you want to become a senator, you can do that, you know?
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, you look at Jeff Wilson particularly. He was just, I mean,
local, just a guy,
local dude, just
class of 79.
Yeah, and now he's a state senator. Mind you, it took a lot of he's put in more hours than anybody on this area for cleaning up things and he had more projects involved in helping with the local area than most. You know, that's for certain. He's done a lot of good in the area, and yet most people don't even know about that. But somehow or another, because of his work ethics, he has amazing work ethics.
Oh yeah, and ingenuity. I want to talk to him about. I attended the same school as him for about 6 months. I don't remember him, and I don't think he remembers me. But I want to see if we have any common memories. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, I dated a girl from
for
Mark
6
Morris
months.
Too.
What?
I dated a couple of Mark Morris girls. So.
Yeah, I remember a lot of sophomores, but I'm sure I'm friends with a lot of his friends. But it'd just be funny to see because when you do that, you can sometimes you find a common moment that happened and you both remember, and it's funny.
Yeah. Okay, Brian. Okay. Who would the worst person to be stuck in an elevator with? How about the best person to be stuck with in an elevator with?
Well, the worst I'm gonna have to say is Paul Maurer. I love the guy, but and, he has a cough that is unmatchable. His coughs. He proclaims his cough. He doesn't. He's like, and then it gets a rhythm. Yeah, we had that whole show with his cough when somebody was singing, and that'd be tough in an elevator. Especially in the pandemic. He's a great guy, but I think I could get off for justifiable homicide if I had to.
Oh,
that's a deadly thing. So that would anybody that coughs too much, and then the best person, I'll keep that to myself.
There you go. Well, I'm taking a guess and saying that maybe know who it is, and I can tell you who
I
mine is as
think I'd
well.
rather be alone because I'm gonna have to pee, and I know I don't want people there.
You know, you gotta pee in the elevator. That's
You're gonna have
okay.
to.
That's how long you're gonna be in there for. Yeah. I
Well,
think
there's
that
some
if
guys
I,
say there's guys that say you should pee immediately. Just get that out of your system in case you're there for a long time. I don't agree with that.
well, I have been stuck in an elevator with a person, and
Yeah, I avoid elevators for the most part.
well, this was pretty good. And I don't know if we were stuck or just because we didn't want to move, but
Yeah, not a fan of the elevator.
yeah, actually, I can tell you a couple of them. Actually, now I think about it, you know, but there is one person I would like to be stuck in an elevator with. There you go.
Well, cool. Give me
And that's that.
stairs, even if
Huh?
it's stairs. I'll even go stairs on the 28th floor.
There you go. Stairs, 28th floor.
Not a fan of the elevator. I think the highest I've ever gone, I might be 28 floors. I'm trying to think.
Really?
Yeah,
I have, yeah, no,
maybe not that much.
I like to challenge myself because I know it didn't kill the last person who went up the elevators. It's not going to kill this person. And I'll go up 100 stairs or 100
Well, it's
flights.
just an irrational
Just,
fear.
oh, totally, totally rational fear. But I will do it too because,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, I'll do it because I know that didn't harm the last person or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But can you imagine falling 100 stairs, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe 13 might be my most because in Vegas, whatever the tallest building in Vegas is.
Yeah, I think it's probably maybe no, it's got more than that because you got the stratosphere, which is 1,200 square feet. Right,
Yeah. I never went into those though, but I remember some of the places seemed like they're 10 or 12 stories.
Now you get me thinking about elevator falling things a lot. Yeah, I didn't have an irrational fear, but now I'm like, oh my gosh.
I haven't been in Vegas for so long. I'd like to see what's there now because there were a lot of little hotels back in the day, but I think those are all gone.
So 1,200, if there's 1,100 feet, I think it's 1,100.
Empire,
How many floors is that? I think
1,200,
every 10 feet they have a floor, right?
not
Or
around
no,
10 or
every
10 or
15.
12 or something, 15. I don't know. I thought the Empire State Building's over 100 stories,
Yeah. So, but that's
but now there's places in other countries that are almost double the Empire State Building.
yeah.
That's pretty crazy. 2,000-foot building. I'll just risk the elevator for that grandeur. You know it's going to have good elevators.
So the stratosphere is 1,149 feet high,
Wow.
and
Yeah, I've never been in there. I think
yeah,
13 is my
I've
record.
been on top of that with a roller coaster.
Yeah. I
That's
think
it.
13 is my record for stairs. I'm thinking
Uh,
13 floors.
13.
That's an interesting question. Ask somebody what's the most set of stairs in a building they've ever walked, and I think mine's 13. That's not bad.
Yeah, we're not gonna be a fireman anytime soon in the Boston area, but that's okay. No.
Oh, I know a lot of firemen that can't run up 13 flights. Most of them can, but there's some that aren't in shape anymore.
So stratosphere is 107 floors
Yeah.
in 37 seconds. Yeah, in 37 seconds. I've done it. So I'm not.
The
I can't-
elevator?
Yeah, yeah. I've done
The elevator's 37 seconds. Wow.
Yep, 37 seconds.
That's cool. I'd do that one. That's a thrill.
Yeah.
You don't have time to get claustrophobia. You're thinking of dying from being a projectile.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, the other fear overrides it. Irrational fear goes away when real fear shows up.
Yeah,
True.
37 seconds.
It's true.
It's like, zoop.
Some guy's got a machine gun at me. I don't care how many snakes he's got around him. I'm coming after the gun. You know what I mean? Now you forget about those weird irrational fears.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy though. And
Yeah, that's good. That'd be a hell of a ride.
So we
What's
went.
the highest? What's the highest building in the world though? Is it 2,700 or what the
I
heck?
don't know. We'll look in just one second.
I'll look
But it
that
wasn't. We went to Stratosphere, and we had probably about at least a dozen of us or 13 of us. I can't remember, but there was 12 or 13 people. and we go into this elevator and we get to the very top, and this one guy who was a professional, not professional, he might be now, I don't know, but he was a football player for University of Hawaii, and he was
Wow.
this big dude. He was just a, and he would not leave the center of the building. We got out of the elevator, and he just stayed next to the wall the whole time. Like
Dang.
there was no way in God's green earth he was going to come to the edge to see the stuff, or anywhere near that. And I kept baiting him out and baiting him out. Come on, come on, come on. But it was just like he was stuck to that wall, man, that
Yeah.
centerpiece.
That's
And
a
I was like, dude,
great
you're
example.
bigger than two of us here. It's like, can't believe you don't, you know, you're already up here. You might as well look over and come back.
Yeah.
It
That's
was
a
weird.
that's a great example of irrational fear.
Yeah, it was definitely irrational fear. But I mean, I don't know.
I need 1 minute though. 1 minute. Speaking of fear, so entertain the crowd. Show us something.
no worries, though. My daughter said yesterday that she'd not opposed to parachuting. I was all for it. I'm like, um, I couldn't do it. I don't think. But when we were younger, when she was younger, we went to Disneyland, and we went to the what was it? It was the um, Twilight Zone, and the elevator would fall. She was totally afraid of it, and I was too. But I got to go, and I'm not gonna let that fear stop me. So when she finally got out of that fear, we went and did it, and yeah, it was much better than I thought it was going to be, mind you. But then now she wants to jump out of the plane. I'm like, no, it ain't happening. Not for me. My heart will not take it. I know my heart will not go on. And will go on. Love will go on, whatever that song is. Mine won't. It won't go on. So there he is. He returned.
Nice.
So
I
what is
want
the
to.
highest
I want
highest
to
thing you ever
post.
jumped off?
Want to post
You-
a disclaimer. I got a disclaimer from the first part of the conversation. This whole conversation, a disclaimer. My main thing is basically know it all, but I'm full of crap. So take everything I said. Anybody that ever watches this, don't be
Did you ever?
correcting me because I just
Why
talk
were you
out
not
my.
recording it?
No, I'm recording it, but I just say a lot of stuff. So some of it's total crap.
Well, not me. Everything I say is 100% accurate and truthful at all times. Right. I don't know about that. Okay,
Well, we're still wondering about the sucking blood out of your vein and then shooting it with a mix of heroin. It's possible, and it could be the new
yeah,
thing, but I haven't found it.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's
this is
crazy.
my grandpa do something like this.
It sounds like something from a movie. Really does. A
What the?
weird vampire ritual or something. It's bizarre.
Yeah.
I like it for a horror movie, though.
Yeah, right now. Well, I'll show that stuff. But
Could you imagine being this high in the air? 2,717 feet. The Burj Khalifa in Dubai.
yeah, actually, a girl told me yesterday that she wanted to go there. I'm like, I don't want to go there. Not because of that elevator in particular. The whole wind thing would fall over and crash.
The Burj Khalifa, which it's called, has been classified as mega tall. See that?
Yeah.
Mega tall. So
I thought there was one in Japan that was higher than that, or China or something like that. But the Burj
I don't know.
Khalifa, I think that Dubai in general is kind of like hell, just about because of the people who are the amount of atrocities that are occurring there on a daily basis. It's like you have people going there to work from all over the world. They go there to work. They help build these giant pyramids, or not pyramids, but hotels and so forth. And then the government will lose their license, lose their passport, and then they can't live there. So then they can't go back home. They can't live, and then they get stuck living in the garbage cans outside the city limits. It's weird. It's just horrible, and people get raped there on the daily. It's just.
I think you're onto something there because I just found an article 10 horrifying stories that reveal the darker side of Dubai. But we won't get into that now. We don't have.
Yeah. No good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll give you another question here. Good question. What was the best birthday wish or gift you've ever received?
I have to think about that one. I don't have one right now, so let's.
Yeah, it's okay.
I
No, we
don't.
can-
I have a tough time with best. I have so many good things. I'll just
Well,
not
what is
best.
one of your one of your best? One of your
Birthday
or
wishes?
or wishes
Oh,
that
I
you wish you
got a party when I was 8. I was 8 years old, and I got to have a party at my house, so that was cool.
Yeah. And I
Not
remember
one growing up. I had one, and it was my 8th birthday, and it was sunny on June 14th, so that was cool.
yeah, I think I had an 8th birthday that was really good too. On my 8th birthday and my 13th birthday. My 13th birthday, I became a man. And when I became a man, my mother was like, okay, you're becoming a man now, so you can. I had all these friends over, and we could. Yeah, it was weird. I
Yeah.
don't even tell the story, but mom was like, "You do what you want," you know.
Well, it's
And
cool to get one birthday party at least. Everybody should have at least one. They went overboard. When I was a parent, they went overboard. We had 40 a year. I was like, my
yeah,
son
that's what
has
my
four.
family does.
My son has 4 good friends, and I'm at 40 birthday parties. Makes no sense.
Yep.
But we're the helicopters, the helicopter parents.
Yep. You know,
Telling
actually,
kids they can do anything they want if they put their mind to it.
yeah, the first time I ever, yeah.
So they said, I want to have a party. Every kid wanted a party.
Yeah, I did have a good. I did have my son had a good party one time, and I met an interesting parent that was changed my life a little bit. So that was good.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I had some. My kids had some good parties, man. We had pinatas and we went to
Yeah.
pizza parlors. I enjoyed doing the parties. It was fun,
Yeah. You know, I do too.
and the kids did love it, man. They get together and raise heck for an hour or two.
Right. Okay. Another one. What's the best sitcom, past or present, Brian? I know you should have.
I answered that yesterday. Dick Van Dyke trying to trick
Okay.
me now.
Maybe. What's
The
the
Dick
best
Van
current-
Dyke
Yeah, I
Show.
did. You're right. You were right. I forgot about that one. Okay. And if you could bring back one TV show, what would it be? What would you bring back?
Bring back the TV show. I'd have to. Well, I'd bring Dick Van Dyke back. I'd be the kid instead of Richie. I couldn't stand that kid. I thought that actor sucks, but that's okay. Richie, his little son. I would go back in time and I'd be the son in Dick Van Dyke Show, and
That'd be cool.
I'd
Little
be-
Richie.
and my best pal would be Mary Tyler Moore because I'd be playing
Yeah,
the kid.
she is a sweetheart.
Yeah, I was a cute kid, so it would have worked out.
Yeah, there you go.
So time
Okay,
travel,
well,
that's my bucket list. A little time travel.
that's the bucket list. It's a good bucket list. What do you think about game shows? Do you
Love
have a
'em.
favorite? Do you have a favorite one?
Oh, I love them. I have a lot of them. I love Jeopardy, but I like zany ones too, where they did like no whammies, and all that weird.
Oh
stuff.
yeah, what show was that? No
Oh, Pressure Luck.
whammies. Press your luck.
I
Yeah,
love that. They had Card Sharks.
whammies. No whammies.
Card Sharks, Classic Concentration.
Yep. I love those shows.
Oh man, game shows are the best. I wish we had game shows around here at the clubs and stuff. Well, they did
Yeah.
trivia one at that Explorer Brewing trivia, but it wasn't.
Yeah,
really a
and then
game
you've done
show.
so you've done some little ones for kids and stuff around the area.
Yeah, I've done some fun
Eagles
game
and
shows.
stuff, some fun ones. Yeah.
They must be zany in my life. You got to have a zany game show. Do weird things. Truth. Let's make a deal. That was wild.
Let's make a deal. Well, let's make a deal. It's still a good show with Wayne Brady. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. He's good, and I'll say Jonathan because I gotta give him the kudos. And the blonde gal, I can't remember her name at the moment, but she's good.
Now, who's Jonathan?
Jonathan is the guy that we watched. Whose Lines Anyways the other day. He's the tall guy that was Nora Colin Mockery. He was Wayne Brady's partner in that show.
Oh,
I think he's one of them.
really? Yeah, I
he's
don't
tall
remember
guy.
him having a partner. I just remember Wayne. I only saw one episode.
There's four people though. They had a
Wow.
and in that episode we watched of the what do you call it? Whose Lines Anyway, and it was Colin Mockery, Ryan Stiles, Brain Wadey, and Jonathan. I don't know Jonathan's last name, but he's a tall. He was pretty funny actually.
Yeah. And were they all involved in the Let's Make a Deal too?
No, only Jonathan and
Oh.
Wayne Brady. Yeah.
Well, that's cool. They stuck together after that.
He's Wayne Brady's assistant in
Yeah, that's
on that
good.
one. Yeah,
Let's
pretty
make a
pretty
deal. The original was incredible. It was just, not as slick or anything. It was cheap stuff, but $100 here, $100 there.
Yeah, well, I think that Wayne Brady is the African version of Robin Williams. I hate to say that, but it's like the African American version of Robin Williams.
Well, he's a
He's
great game show host and an incredible improv performer.
incredible improv performer. Yeah, it's absolutely
And he's a
wonderful.
multi-talent. He can sing, dance. I mean, you could just put him on stage and that's it. Just bring the crowd in and he could do it. He could do
Yeah,
an
so
hour of great entertainment and music. And
you're a huge TV fan. You know, do you have one that you think is the most underrated or overrated TV show?
can't think of an overrated one.
I can I'll tell you
Well,
what.
Hill Street Blues, but it was highly rated, but it should be even higher.
Really?
Oh, Hill
I
Street.
think that overrated. I can't stand most of them nowadays. Honestly, the way that they do their comedy, it's like, ba-ding ding, ba-ding bing, ba-ding bang, ba-ding bing. It's not even. You have a line. You
Oh.
have. It's, it's kind of like there's no way. There's no build up in a lot of these things anymore. Just like instant gratification, instant gratification, instant gratification, and how I refer to that, such as, I mean, every line has to be a joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, Friends to me is overrated. I'm not a big fan. I don't mind it, but it was so successful. But yeah, it always seemed a little overrated.
Yeah, well, like right now you've got oh shoot, I mean, Bazinga. Even that's a little old too, but that was Sheldon's play or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm.
Jim Belushi had a show, according to Jim, that was underrated. I like that show. He was funny as hell.
Oh, he did. What was his show?
Yeah, according to Jim Belushi about 15 years ago, and he had
Oh, yeah, I watched
Courtney
that.
Thorne Smith. I liked it. He had a funny guy with him. Well,
No,
we're
no.
running out of time here.
We are. Okay, let's get out of here then. Yeah, a lot of these shows are just stupid.
Yeah, let's pound it. Yeah, the sitcom is not having its golden age right now.
No,
But,
definitely not.
it'll be back. Well, these other independent shows are kicking ass. It's Sunny in Philadelphia, things like that. They're doing some zany stuff and independent things. Okay, here it is.
Okay, hang on one second.
Boom.
I cannot
You
see.
ready?
Hang on. I can't see anything. There we go. Let's do it.
Ready to go.
5, 4, 3, 1,
Boom, boom,
2,
boom.
3.
Oh, I got it. Or you got it.
I got it.
I was
Tap, tap,
angling.
tap,
I
tap,
thought you were
tap,
going to
tap,
do
tap.
rock, so I
Tap,
picked
tap,
rock.
tap, 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 tap. Well, obviously, you thought it was going to be rock. Let's quit. It
See you
works.
next time.
Later. Sayonara. Bacanara.